A quadratic expression is an expression in one variable with a degree of 2. And let's go ahead and take a look at this word problem. A walkway surrounds a rectangular garden. The width of the garden is 8 feet and the length is 6 feet. The width of the walkway around the garden is the same on every side, which we're going to use the variable x. Write an expression that represents the total area of the garden and the walkway. Draw a sketch, if it may help. So I'm drawing a sketch, and here is my garden. It is 8 feet, and it has a length of 6 feet, and it also has a walkway around the garden. Looks like this, and the walkway has a width of x. So this distance from here to here will be x. Okay. So then if we're trying to find the area of the garden and the walkway, then we know the area of a rectangle is equal to width times length. So let's do width times length. Right. So what is the width of this garden? Well, the walkway has a width of x, right? So this distance from here to here is also x. And this distance from here to here is also x. So the width of this rectangle is 8 plus 2x, or 2x plus 8. Right? And then the length of the garden, that's the length of the garden. So let's go ahead and say L is equal to 2x plus 8. And then what's the width of the garden? The width of the garden is going to be x plus 6 plus x, right? So it's going to be 2x plus 6. Alright, so now if we want to find the area of the garden and the walkway, we're going to go ahead and plug in these expressions into our area formula. So it's area of the rectangle is equal to 2x plus 8 times 2x plus 6. And so we can use a number of methods to get this done. We could do distribution, we could do the times table format. And so why don't we do this using the times table format. So we have 2 terms in the first polynomial, which means we're going to have 2 columns. And we have 2 terms in the second polynomial, which means we're going to have 2 rows, right? So we're going to have 2x here, 8 there. I'm going to put 2x here and a 6 there. So to fill out this times table, I'm going to multiply these two, so I get 4x squared. Then I multiply these two, I get 16x. These two will give me 12x, and then the last two will give me 48. So my answer is going to be this term plus that term plus that term plus that term. Right? So my area is equal to 4x squared plus 16x plus 12x plus 48. Now what do? Combine my like terms. Right. So I'm going to say that is equal to, 4x squared plus 28x plus 48. So this is the area of the rectangle, which is the garden and the walkway. Okay. And so now that I'm reading the problem, I think I read it wrong. I think what they want is the total area of the garden, right, as one value, one expression, and then the total area of the walkway as a separate expression. So the area of the garden is actually quite easy to find out. It is the length of the garden times the width of the garden, so it's 8 times 6. Right? So let me go ahead and put that here. Area of the garden is equal to 8 times 6. So that's equal to 48. Yes. So what's the total area of the garden? It is 48 feet squared, or square feet. And then what's the total area of the walkway? It would be the area of the rectangle minus the area of the garden, right? area of the entire rectangle minus the area of the garden would leave the area of the walkway. So I'm going to say area of the walkway is equal to area of the rectangle minus area of the garden. So I'm going to substitute in my values. Area of the rectangle is 4x squared plus 28x plus 48. And I'm going to subtract the area of the garden, 48. So what does that leave us with? It leaves us with 4x squared plus 28x, and that's it, right? Is the area of the walkway. So that's what I'm going to put up here. 4x squared plus 28x, and we're going to put square feet. And we're done.